shot up. That is in. Burns the win. Have room to run. Also district champion. Toronto both there. Henry is long running down. Walnut Grove. Basketball. If it goes crazy, it's not my fault. And Licking with the tip. They're going to start with a 2-point lead, and just like that, it is Wildcats again with the steal. Back to Licking. Foul on the floor. That's going to be the first team foul. Once again, we're under new rules, so 5 fouls per quarter. They reset. After 5, we shoot free throws. There's no bonus anymore. Underneath, inbound play. Good cut. That basket is good. And we're going to have a timeout. We're going to take a... So we are back early out of that timeout. And Plato trying to make it down court. We have a pretty strong press here by the Wildcats. Plato coming off a sizable victory over Dixon to make it here. Licking was the unanimous #1 seed in the tournament. And this drive, that is a 2 points for the Lady Eagles, and that will put Plato on the board. Steal, Plato chance to tie this game up. Plato out of the trap. That ball is in the backcourt, still Plato basketball. Plato with the drive. She's going to hit a wall. Pass underneath. Can't get it. Wildcats heading the other way. And offensive foul. Nope. That is a charge. So that is the first foul for Licking. It's not on the official board yet, but that is a charge against Licking. Foul on Licking, and if that is Wallace, that may be #2 on her. Okay, that was on number 13 of Plato. That's the first foul on her. Or Licking, I mean. That's Wallace, and no, that's on 22. Sorry about that. The score is not correct. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but 3-point shot for Licking, off target. And Plato, this will head to the Wildcats. And Licking taking their time now. A couple minutes burned off the clock so far. It is 4-4. Pass, no one underneath. That'll head back to the Eagles. Following this game, we'll have a couple more ball games tonight. We'll look at those in just a minute here as Plato drives down on the floor. So at 6:30, we have #2 Iberia versus #7 Crocker. And then at the end of the night, we'll have the #3 Lady Hornets against the #6 Richland. Licking basket, no good, but that's going to draw a foul. That's number 3. We may be shooting some free throws here, as both teams already with 3 team fouls. That's going to be number 4 for Plato. Once again, the new rules, you shoot 2 after 5 in every quarter. Free throw is up. It is good. Wallace with the score. That'll give Licking a lead. 5-4 now. And her 4th point of the ball game is good. That's a 2-point lead for Licking. Substitution coming in after the free throw. Also in action tonight, the Lady Miners are in Indiana. Check them out on the Great Lakes Valley Sports Network. They're taking on Indy, I believe, and the Miners tonight. That game's a conference matchup. Waynesville Tigers, the boys are in the Stratford tournament. And 2 misses. Plato, that is still Plato ball off Licking. Again, thank you for joining us here. Tournament coverage provided by Ease Painting and More, along with many of our other main sponsors. We got Security Bank of Pulaski County, A to Z Exterminating, Show Me Candies, which is supposed to be bringing a special treat up here, which will be tasty, I was told. And we're going to have a foul. Also, the Dixon School District and Dixon Booster Club, proud supporters of the Dixon Lady Bulldogs and all their sports in here. And this is another one, so we're going to have, this might be bonus. So we are not even halfway through the quarter. We're going to be shooting 2, I believe. And that is correct. We are going to be shooting 2. Free throw will bring in Plato with 1. Lady Eagles' second free throw is also good, so we are tied back up 6 apiece. Licking with possession. Clock is not running right now, by the way, if the scorekeeper can hear me. Clock is still not running, by the way. Clock is still not running, by the way. There we go. A little bit of a travel there, got away with it. Offensive rebound, though, that is up underneath. Plato will take an early lead here, 8-6. Each team has now had a lead once. Looking, they're going to drive in with the lane. That is good for the tie. That's tie number 3 in this ball game. The Lady Eagles picked up a 40-point win over the Dixon Lady Bulldogs Saturday. That shot is off target. Looking for the 3 and the drive. That is up. A little bit of contact. No call. That basket is good. Licking with the lead. Plato looking for a pass. They are running out of time. And we're going to take a timeout. We're going to have a break. So 3 minutes to go. It's a close one still, 10-8. And the turnover back to the Wildcats again. This game, Licking winning the turnover battle so far. Licking with the drive. That block is on target. That is all ball. Back to Plato. Plato coming in, trying to prove a point here. They are not backing down yet. A lot of times these games will have one team start running away, but so far, Plato is not following their seed. And no one says the number one seed has to always be the winner. But I don't know if a number 8 has ever beat a number 1 in this tournament. Looking with the drive, into traffic again, the contact. Can't get the layup. Plato driving, that's a carry. That'll turn the ball over. Coming in the game, 22-23 for Licking. That is Keaton and Solins. So the Wildcats looking to maybe get a little fresh energy out there. We'll see what they can do out of this. Looking for the cut. They have the cut. That is good, and the basket is good. Licking with the score. Beautiful cut on the play here. Take a look back at that before the free throw. And coming back here, free throw, no good. But again, Licking with the basket. That is Dawson with the 2 points this time. 14-8 now. So that is a 6-point or 8-point run they're on at the moment here. Plato on the line here. My camera tripod's a little cranky. I'll have to fix that in a minute. Free throw is good. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Lead cut down to about 5 here. And this free throw off target. Rebound Wildcats. 44 seconds in the quarter. 3-point shot up. That is good. Licking with the big 3. And the Wildcats now 17-9 in this first quarter. Another steal. 20 seconds to go. That is picked off, and a little bit of safety play right there by Plato. Can't get the shot. Ball heading the other way. Plato passed up the 3. Clock running down. Time running out, and no good. With that, we're going to take a break. It is 17-9, Licking on top. We'll be back watching Allen Hilliard Sports. Back here again. I am with the Lakeway soccer coach here, a Final Four coach, and Coach Thier. Had a good season coming in, and so what do you think of the experience there going to the Final Four? Not a lot of teams get it every year.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Obviously, first time for Lakeway in a while in any sport. For us to finally break through and get in there in soccer, where we've had 7 chances prior, is a pretty big deal. The experience was a little overwhelming for some, I think, but we handled some adversity for sure.
Now last year, Lakeway There's a licking out there too.
Yeah.
But Lakeway, they were number 1 in the state for a while there at the end of the year, but ran into some pretty good teams just in districts alone. So soccer's one of those sports that, I mean, the number 1 team rarely wins because anyone can really beat anyone once districts come around.
Yeah, last year, we were fortunate and unfortunate. Unfortunate to have 3 top 10 teams in our district, so somebody was getting upset. Sadly, we were on the downside of that with losing to New Covenant. The thing is, though, that I came in the winter and told the boys that we had unfinished business. And our season record this year wasn't always the best. We weren't on the winning side of things. But, we came together and peaked at the right time and were able to make it happen.
And then really any time you can make it to a Final Four, that's just a feat in itself right there to get, the thing in the trophy case or get, I'm sure a banner's going to go up at some point for that, but that's something that'll be around for a while there, whether it's 4th place or 1st place.
Yeah, and, I'm optimistic with the future of the program. We had 12 sophomores this year, 6 of them started. We obviously have some big shoes to fill in All-State forward Ethan Larson and All-State midfielder Tristan Carragher. It's a lot of our goal scoring the last 2 years. But, I am optimistic that we can return and hopefully having some experience under our belt will help us rise to the occasion when it comes time.
Now, talking about that, what's some of the, who's like one of your key players that you're losing this season here? That
Ethan Larson and Tristan Carragher. Ethan Larson had 96 career goals. He was 10 goals off of breaking the school record. He's in the record book 41 times, I believe, after we submit his records this year. That's MSHSAA record book. Tristan Carragher will also enter our Hall of Fame at some point here at the school. He had career years while he attended Lakeway, and he's going to be a big role in the field for the place as well. Both of them are very valuable players in leadership and the ability to play the game.
And then looking at some of the games you played a while back there, I mean, you were, Lebanon tournament along with some of those other big games that you played. You didn't shy away from some of those Ozark Conference and COC type of schools there that many smaller schools really don't play.
Yeah, when I took over the program last year, it was a goal of mine to make our schedule tougher. I kind of feel like that was a disadvantage for us in previous years when we won the district, not having experience playing teams that have been to state tournaments before. So we added Monette and Logan Rogersville, and we play Waynesville. Teams that are perennially at the top of their classes, and bigger schools that are just hard to play for us. And that the intent of that is to give us that big game experience, whether we win or lose. At least we are competing at the highest level we're able to afford ourselves.
Now competing local, talking about Waynesville and some of those others like that, you're competing against local schools that normally they're 5 miles away, and generally the schools don't play each other just because the size difference, 1,500 compared to 200. Yeah. But I mean, compared to that.
Yeah, but we experienced that same gap even in Class 1. When we traveled to the state tournament on Saturday, we played Maryville, a public school, 380 students. There's 5 students away from classing up to Class 2. And, we're still on the small side of Class 1 when it comes to being a perennial soccer power. In Class 1, we do it with smaller numbers.
Yeah, because generally you notice a lot of the smaller Class 1 schools like New Covenant, and there's another one out at Joplin down there that is usually pretty strong, but usually the smaller schools are generally private schools that usually that is the case. Part of their program that's been for years compared to bigger schools. It's a lot of times you're either really good or you're kind of on the other side
we
of that.
could get into a whole other conversation with private public, because the advantage is clear when they're able to do what they do. But the numbers game. The challenge here, like Waynesville's challenge is they have a revolving door of students coming in. Mine isn't so much that I have a revolving door. It's so much that I have a group of kids, and a lot of them that have never played soccer before, that decide to play. And we've got to be able to develop athletes to play soccer. And this year we had a challenge at goalkeeper and did that very thing where we took a kid that never played soccer, was a baseball player and a basketball player, and I got him to come in and play goalkeeper, and he got to play in a Final Four, and that's what the challenge is for us at Lakeway, is we've got to take the athletes we have and turn them into players. So as a coach, it's really important not only for me, but my assistant coach has a big job. My assistant coach every year has to, develop the incoming talent to be able to take the shoes of whoever's coming up.
Yep. And then, compared to the conference there, you had, Dixon was a pretty solid team coming in this year, and some other local opponents here. So, your conference wasn't, a walkthrough either. It was a pretty competitive matchup for everybody.
Yeah, it was definitely competitive this year compared to previous years. And they, new coaching staff for both Crocker and Dixon, I think, made big changes there. It's constantly changing for us. You never know next year what our district's going to look like either. Every year it changes. So I hate to speculate, but I think I believe that we can do it again. We can get back to the Final Four, and we even have a really good prospect of young kids, fifth to seventh grade coming up, that are going to be very talented.
Yep. Well, just that experience down the road, it happens in a lot of places. You get a couple of those good runs, and you get kids in middle school that go, oh, well, we're going to start playing club soccer so we can get ready.
Yeah.
And it becomes a tradition that you guys have been in 7 or 8 or 9 district championships games in a row there, but
yeah, it's definitely nice to get over that hump and see Lakeway. I can remember playing at Waynesville when Lakeway first started their program, and our freshman team playing their varsity, and now our varsity plays there, which this year was a very challenging game. Waynesville had the best season they've had in a long time.
I think it started off, 8-0, I believe, or 9-0 before they finally took a loss.
And I mentioned in a previous interview that I was very proud of the program there and the direction Coach Sternberg has taken them, because, I may coach for the Hornets, and every time we play them, they're an enemy on the other side. But I'm still a Tiger, and it's just the way it is. It never goes away.
Well, and then locally here, Lakeway and Waynesville, like I said, the schools are 5 miles apart.
Yeah.
The kids, they all shop at the same Walmart, the same.
Yeah, I've coached many of those kids when I was club soccer coach before I came here. So we've played them and coached and played with them for a very long time. And I wish them all the success, except for when they play me.
Yeah. But yeah, just that experience to the Final Four, and especially those kids that made it this year, that, if they could do it next year, they're going to have that drive. They're going to go, we was 4th last year, we're going to be better next year.
Yeah.
Especially those sophomores that can look at that and say, I got 2 more years now to do better.
Yeah, and the one thing I really learned, and I hope that the kids learned, we suffered some adversity early. Our goalkeeper got hurt in the first 7 minutes of the first game and gave us some real struggles right then. But one thing I hope everybody learned from that experience was the little things that we coach that they hate to do, the small drills, the first touch, the speed of play, and us pushing their tempo, become really big when we go and play at the state level. Those little things become huge because everybody is playing at that speed, at that level.
Yep. All right, Coach. Well, thanks a lot, and we will talk to you. Probably we'll see you in the spring.
Yeah, I'll see you in the spring. Thanks.
All right, bye.
They're both in here.
Okay. Did she bring any candy there?
What?
Oh, she's gonna bring some candy.
She forgot it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
We'll be here all weekend.
Oh, that's fine. All right, see you later. And we are back here. That was Coach Thornburg, or not Coach Thornburg, but that was the Lakeway coach here for his Final Four soccer drive, and this game is, well, 16-point difference now. The competitiveness is still there, but starting to pull away. Another one of those teams that is used to winning quite a bit, and they're tough to beat. I believe their only loss in this tournament was to Richland several years ago. Last year they had a pretty tough matchup with the Stoutland Lady Tigers, who is the 6th seed, I believe, one of the lower seeds to make it to the championship. But this three is good. And again, a couple more misses on that. Plato with the return. Also want to thank Z Roofing and Solutions, another one of our main sponsors, by the way, if I haven't mentioned them already. I don't know if we've got a commercial for them that have run yet, but if you have any roof work that needs done on your house, gutter work, I'm sure they will take care of that for you. No job too big or too small. Including commercial buildings, if you have some commercial buildings needing roof work redone. And that is tipped out of bounds. That is still Licking basketball. It's now a 14-point lead now. So Plato hanging in there. Licking began to pull away, but didn't pull very far. Under a minute to go. And Plato has an opportunity here. They're going to take this, and we have a 12-point ball game. Number 8 seed Lady Eagles is not backing down so far to the number 1 seed Lady Wildcats. 30 seconds left in the half. This is tipped again, back to Plato. Plato had the pass, passed it up. But they're going to reset. They have time to take the last shot. 3-point shot. That is off target, off the backboard. And offensive foul. That is one of the rules that they're trying to enforce here. You can't knock the defender out of their position, and well, that may have been using the shoulder to do that. That's the second foul on Sullins. She's a senior. So the last several years here, this Licking Lady Wildcats team has been in districts, championships, and state Final Fours. So they have had an impressive program coming out of this. And that shot is no good. We're going to take a break here. It is Licking on top 30-18 in the first round game. You're watching Allen Hilliard Sports. We'll be back in 10 minutes. And we are back here. It is third quarter action, and Licking up by 12 right now. Lady Wildcats passing the ball around, looking for something. Looks like they're taking their time to start this ball game. Pass underneath. That is picked off by Plato. Plato heading the other way. They're going to slow it down. Couch with the basket is good. That's her 7th point of the ball game. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A minute ticked away. And And Licking again slowing things down. It looks like they're not doing a whole lot right now. They're maybe pass to the corner. Yep. Trying to get underneath, but she is double teamed, and that is good defense by Plato on that to read the offense. Plato with a bad pass, though. That'll turn the ball back over to Licking. The lead now cut to 10. 3-point shot up. This is off target again. That's the third trip down the floor that Licking has not scored on. I would say turn the ball over, but that was just a rebound. Three-point shot. Nope. This time it's open. And the bounce almost had it that time. The winner will face Stoutland. And this is a jump ball. Looks like it's going to stay with the Lady Wildcats right now. So kind of a tale of two halves here. The first half, both teams were really pressing the speed and a lot of cuts inside. This time, really the opposite going on. That time, inadvertent pass. Might have got away with something. Looking for that three. The three wasn't there. And again, another turnover, one-on-one, slowed it down, couldn't hang on to it, travel. So Plato will get the ball, looks like at the bench side of the court here. But Licking not really coming out as dominant as they were. So we're going to have a timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after these. Keen. Plato, first cut, no one there, trying to get the ball underneath with a steal. Licking comes out with the pressure, that's wide open, and the Wildcats with the score. That'll make this a 12-point difference in the ball game. Tipped up, no good. Following this ball game here, we'll have a second game. It'll be Iberia and Crocker. That game will give you the lovely sounds of basketball for our play-by-play, as we'll take a break for a little bit for that, and then we'll be back with the Lakeway Richland game for a nightcap tonight. It's the same matchup as Saturday with the boys. And free throws no good. Well, second free throw no good anyway, not the first one. 3-point shot from the corner, too much fade on that. And we may have a travel. So this will stay a Licking ball under the basket. And again, I want to thank you for joining us here. Thank you for all the sponsors. And then join us Monday night as our next broadcast will be, if I am not mistaken, I believe it is the Waynesville Lady Tigers. They'll be at Newburgh for a matchup between the Tigers and Wolves. If they want to be really authentic, they'd play that game in the small gym, but they'll have to stand on the wall for the sidelines, so I don't think they're going to do that. So we'll be in the main gym of Newburgh, by the way. That matchup last year was a very good one, as Waynesville won by 1 or 2 points at the end of regulation in Waynesville. Then we'll have some coverage of the Dixon Bulldogs also next week. 3-point shot up. That is off target. Out of bounds. That is Plato ball. So Licking couldn't hang on to it. Pass underneath. It is up. That is no good. Blocked on the way going up. And another pass, not able to connect with the basket. Both defenses really stepping up this half. We have really not had a lot of scoring here. And under 3 minutes to go in the quarter, Plato again with the ball and another turnover. Just 12-point difference in the game. That's going to make it a 15-point difference. Or nope, that's minus 15 there. That's going to make it a 9-point difference. My math went the wrong way, but that pass incomplete. Underneath on the shot, back into Plato. Plato with the spin, back to the 3. Can she make it 2 in a row? No, but that's an offensive rebound. And another chance with the drive up, basket good. 7-point difference now. 33-26. Number 8 seed is trailing by 7 here in this ball game. And we're going to have a foul on that. That'll send Licking to the line. Brianna Couch, the senior, her 3rd foul. That's the 2nd foul for Plato. And the Lady Wildcats' first free throw was good. Enough to make this an 8-point difference. Licking not scoring lately here. I mean, they have, I believe, they've only put up 4 points this whole quarter. So another foul, and this is number 3. It is number Delacour. It is her first. She's also a senior. Free throw no good. That's 2 misses in a row. Free throw is pretty big in a game like this. Three-point shot up. It is off target. That is off an offensive rebound, but it will go out of bounds in traffic. And that will give the ball right back here to Licking. So Licking with a 9-point difference in the ball game. Plato coming off a near 50-point win, and Licking, they're going to extend this to 11 now. So about a minute to go. Still pressure defense by Licking across half court. And Copley out there playing point right now. Kind of wrangling things in. And Craddock also out there guess being the number 2 guard, kind of, with the drive. That is good. 40 seconds now. And Licking nowhere to go. They're going to kick this back out. Pass across, underneath. Nope. Again, they're going for 1 shot. Still about 20 seconds to go, though. Just an 11-point difference in the game. 9-point difference, actually. Second attempt is good. Offensive rebound. And 3-point shot off target. And that'll do it. You're watching. Close ball game in this, though, for a 1-8 seed. One of the closer ones we've had in a while. Again, Licking starting out slow. Open 3, pass that up. During the second quarter, we had a chance to talk to the Lakeway soccer coach about his trip to the Final Four and had a pretty good run in all of that. Whistle away from the, well, whistle at the ball, away from the goal. And a little bit of speed on that, can't get the layup. Really nice play drawn up, but the defense was blocking the goal, doing a good job. Craddock with a 3-point shot, no good. Out of bounds, off Lakeway, going for the rebound. And it looked like Solins or Peterson went out for the rebound there. I didn't see what the number was. I think it was Solins. So inbound underneath, that is tipped, and Craddock with the layup, can't get the shot. The second miss. Again, pass inside. That is nearly stolen. It's a jump ball. Possession will head back, so a steal in my book on that. Craddock passes down court. And Fletcher at one point with the drive decided against it. That is short. We're going to have a foul. This, I believe, on the Wildcats. We got a few too many people. It is not shooting. Not sure what they were thinking. That's a 4th foul, though, on Keaton of Licking there. So she is a junior. And that's the first team foul. Craddock now playing point pretty well. Ball picked off. Is going out of bounds.
Both sides.
So 6 minutes to go in the ball game. We still have a tight one here. Neither team has scored. This has been a close ball game so far. We'll be here covering the whole tournament, so check out Allen Hilliard Sports. Be sure to save, follow, like, whatever you'd like to do. Also on Facebook for more updates. We'll try to get some interviews and have a summary. We're going to have a first round summary also coming out tomorrow of the games. Or not tomorrow, but Wednesday, because we got to wait for the girls. We may have a girls' first round summary. We'll see how all that goes. And another whistle underneath. Plato will get their second team foul. We'll see who this is on. That is on Copley, her first. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout taken by Licking. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be back after this message from Security Bank of Pulaski County, serving us since 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Licking inbounds in the backcourt. Smart move on that. And a reaching foul. This is on Plato. That's foul number 3. I'm curious if they are trying to draw free throws, which could extend this quite a bit if that's the case, but that is a bad pass. That is into the wings of the Eagles, and Eagles, that's a lot of traveling going on. That will turn the ball over. So under 5 minutes to go now in the ball game. Licking again with possession. They still have an 11-point cushion. 3-point shot up. That is off target. Licking just a little bit off this game. Not looking their usual self, but that is underneath. Full timeout. We're going to take a break. Allen Hilliard Sports going to come out with the ball. 41-28. Licking on top. Plato at the point. They're going to have to start mounting their comeback. That is not how they want to mount it, but no one there. And that basket is good. That'll extend this Licking lead. It is now 15 points in the ball game. Again, those passes are going to not quite as crisp as they'd like them to be, I'm sure. Pass up with the foul. That is good. And it looks like Licking may have picked up a second wind here, just enough to finish this ball game off. Take a look at this replay. $45-28 right now. That is 46-28. 3:58 to go. So there was an 8-point difference at one point in this game, and that's going to make this a 15-point difference again. I believe that was Craddock with the shot. Looking, maybe they're slowing things down here, spreading the ball out, so they are definitely, ball's loose. Last tipped by Plato, so it is not a backcourt. And offensive foul. This will turn the ball over. Plato again with the possession. We're going to have a substitution. We're going to have a timeout. The other problem with the numbers here is Plato, well, may not be a problem. I mean, they have 4 team fouls. 5 will start the shooting. So Fletcher and Craddock on the outside. Ball underneath. That is a wall of Wildcats right there. Craddock with the 3. That is short. Rebound. It is Plato ball. Plato underneath. Kicks it back outside, and Licking with the rebound. So Licking really slowing this down. They have a cushion where they can probably win this ball game. But they're going to have to probably make a layup or two at some point here. If they're probably waiting for Plato to foul. But it looks like on, I believe it is Wednesday, we're going to have a licking. That is still in. That was so we're going to have an offensive foul on that incident right there, I guess. And then I'll give the ball back to Plato. They are slowly running out of time, though. And we have a jump ball back to Plato, or back to Licking. We do want to thank you for joining us here. Plato is going to steal with the basket layup out of transition. 1 minute to go in the game and a foul, so we'll have free throws coming. So everything will be double bonus. Well, it should be 5 fouls. Okay. It really should be 5 fouls here, but we're having some trouble with the technology. That is 5 fouls, 4 team fouls. So that is one of the new rules here, so they're trying to adjust to it. 13 points separate the two, not a big margin. This is where Licking's going to have to score some points. And the free throw no good, so this could be a good decision on the foul. Some fouls are good fouls, some fouls are not good fouls. Not saying they're bad, they're just not good. Eagles, this foul is on the Wildcats, which is going to put them at 4 now. That's Medlock's 4th foul. Wildcats have 2 with 4 fouls right now. Medlock and I believe Solins might be the other one. So the inbounds is going to be down here on this side of the bench. 109 remain. Again, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow we'll have boys action. We'll have the Licking as the top seed. But we'll get to boys later in the night as we get closer to that. Wildcats have the early games, though. And the next game's scheduled at 4:30, so we are off a little bit. But not too bad for... New rules do seem to be helping time-wise. Plato, this game is over. So Licking will move on. They'll face Stoutland. I believe that game's on Wednesday. And that may be a excessive reaching, I guess, as you call that. But with 28 seconds to go, it's going to be a Wildcat victory here. Thank you for joining us. And that is the 5th foul as she goes out fighting Brianna Crouch, the senior. Very good showing for these Lady Eagles. One of the better games over the years for the first round. Free throw, no good. basket. That is, the free throw was good. But with 20 seconds to go, this game is over. And this ball back to Licking. And that will run the clock down. So our final score here is going to wind up being 47-33. Thank you for joining us tonight on this chilly basketball game outside. Warm in here, but Licking will defeat Plato. They'll play Stoutland on Wednesday. We'll be back for the second game here coming up. As I find it here, Iberia and Crocker will play next. We'll see you in a little bit. We'll head to our pregame for you and shot up.